Alrighty, it's Christine. Y'all, I'm running so far behind this week. I'm making this video only 2 days before Monday, which I usually like to have it much earlier than that, but you know, life is life and things are things, and that's the way it is. So today is Mix It Up Monday, I think is what it's called exactly. It's in the Facebook group for the Peace Craft Love Clubhouse, so I would encourage you to go there. I'm going to have a link below too to the shop, so if you want to check out her online shop, I am a creative ambassador, so I have a little link down there, so check it out. Today's sketch is by Inspired Blueprints. We don't think the blog's active anymore, but we want to make sure we always give credit, so just so you know that's where that comes from. It has 2 4x4 photos with like a couple of strips, and then from a mixed media standpoint, I'm going to switch out these little doily looking things, or flowers, what you want to call them, for some mixed media. I think this one I'm not 100% sure about, but for sure that one and that one, I'm going to do something over here to make it, you know, do title, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now to show you what I got going on here, I'm going to use my June 2022 Hip Kit Club exclusive papers. They call it the Good Life. And really the reason is because it has this little time to explore. I was looking for something with like travel kind of, and I'll show you the pictures in a second. And they had included, I think I showed you on a video previously, they curated these simple stories things, and it has like travel stuff. So I want to include that. I'm not going to use these papers, but I had the whole kit out there, so that's how you see it. There is also some ephemera that I might can use. I'm not certain because a lot of it's related to, I don't know, like relaxing and stuff like that. So I might can make some of that work. I'm not sure yet. But I want to use these 2 papers, and then this is going to be my background. I'm going to use this as like the stripe at the bottom, and then probably this side is the other little stripe. And then maybe, I don't know, I got to figure out my photos. Oh, let me show you this first before I show you my photos. And then you'll kind of understand. So I got these at the convention. It's a couple of like little templates. I think it's used for planners normally, but I mean, obviously you can use them for anything. So I'm going to use this because it looks kind of like the roads here. And then I have this, oh gosh, y'all, I'm so sorry. I have this graphite gilding polish. So this is going to take a little bit to dry too. Once I put this down, it takes just a little bit. So I'll have to, you know, stop the camera and everything anyways. But I'll do this. I think that's going to look neat. I'm hopeful, you know, with this down here and using some dark, I'll kind of offset that stuff. And so that's what I'm with there. And then my pictures are from 2014. They're when I went to Milan for a work trip. And y'all, I was so lucky back in the day. I got to go do all kinds of fun stuff. And I got to see, this is called I think it's called Duomo di Milano. It's a famous like cathedral, and look how, y'all, let's see, these are the people, and it's ginormous, and the selfie's not the most flattering. I have been walking around all day, so I'm kind of blah, but it's okay. I was in front of this thing, and I want to document that. I haven't picked, I think I'm going to use this photo, I think so, because I think I'm going to put these like this or something. I'm not using 4x4, obviously. It's going to be taller than that, so I'm just making it work. But I just love those pictures. So that's what I'm going to be documenting, and that's kind of my plan to get started. So let me turn off the camera. I'll get started, and we'll come back on after I cut my papers and stuff, and probably when I start to do this is when I'll come back on. All right, talk soon. Alrighty, gang. So I have trimmed my strips there. I got that darker gray with a little map-looking thing on it, and then the light gray. I guess that's light gray. It might be blue. And then I did decide to go ahead and map my photos in white just to make them stand out a little bit. So now here's where I'm deciding kind of where I'm going to put this paste. Those pictures and those strips are actually not glued down yet, but I just kind of wanted a sense of like where they're going to go. And I think this turned out kind of neat. I'm actually not unhappy with the color. I was a little bit scared, if I'm honest, with how dark it is as compared to the paper, the background paper. And then I was like, okay, is it too dark compared to the strip at the bottom? But actually, I think it turned out good. And it is this really pretty, oh gosh, what was it called on there? Like graphite or something. And it's like this silver shiny stuff. Now it takes just a little bit to dry. So when one place here, I kind of pick it up once or twice, and I think I get a little messy. But that's okay, because I think with mixed media, you know, it's supposed to look a little messy now and again. So like I said, like I lay the things down here, and there's a little bit of pieces around here and there. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, I get a little bit messy here and there. And I think it looks okay though. I put these 3 pieces down. I think, okay, this is going to be, you know, where the little floral pieces on the sketch are. But then I decide the one on the bottom left down there, there's not enough. So I'm going to add some more. I'm like, no, you need a little more. You need a little more. Now here's where I got a little bit stuck, because it's like, well, I don't want to lay my stencil back over the top of where I've already done. And so I'm kind of maneuvering it a little bit. So anyways, I end up, and again, it's deliberately kind of messy, which is okay. And I don't even know if you can tell at this point that those, looks kind of roadish, but I think it looks kind of cool. So I'm going to step away for just a minute to try to let it dry a little bit. And I come back, if I'm honest, it's not probably very long at all. My husband was talking at me this morning. We were just chit-chatting, and he come in there with his bowl of cereal and was talking to me because it wasn't too long at all. But I think it was dry enough. So I'm going to glue these down. And this is a real simple sketch, honestly. You know, you basically got your background in these two little strips. So I was kind of pleased. And then I got these two pictures, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, which kind of angle, right? So I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Now I'm going to fast around with these just a second. I don't really know why, but I do. So just trying to find the exact right thing. But y'all, yeah, I used to get to travel. My job is still technically, I'm not with the same company, but I'm still basically the same job, but just with the virus and all the things that's happened across the globe for the last couple of years, nobody's really traveling as much as they used to. But I used to really get to travel. It was neat. I got to go to, like I said here, Milan, Italy. I went to Finland. I went to Mexico. I went to Canada, Niagara Falls, that kind of stuff. I was able to really go do some cool stuff. It was a great experience. I think about my parents and back when I was young and stuff. And if anybody said, oh, I went to Florida for the summer, we were all like really impressed. And now, my daughter, she was in high school, and it's like, if you didn't go overseas, you weren't that great. It's like, holy cow, we've really gone global, haven't we? So anyways, I decided that not just the paste was going to be enough. So I pulled out my Mr. Huey's, the opaque white, and I did decide to sprinkle a little bit of paint there because I thought, I need a little something. And I think that looks really neat too. It's a cool little, since I'd matted those pictures in white, I think the white looks really pretty. And I've also, on the left-hand side, you can see I made myself a little sheet full of ephemera and things like that I think, okay, I might can use some of these things. I don't end up using all of them by any stretch of the imagination. I just pulled out everything I thought might work. And then the titles, this is the title that came in the curated collection, the Hip Kit Club this month, and I use it. I do also use two little stickers out of the sticker book. It says the D part. Now, I'm going to be honest, I put this here. I even kind of lay everything down. I even glue pretty much, well, I don't use too much glue this time. Everything was kind of sticky like it was supposed to be, so I was kind of happy. But I'm going to eventually move the title just a little bit. I'll condense it, and you'll see it in the slowdown, but I don't show you on camera, which is why I'm mentioning it here. Now, we're on the sketch show journaling tag. I did find this little chipboard travel, and I thought that looked kind of cool. And then there was this little, this is how we relax fishtail banner. I thought that's kind of neat. It's because this is what, my family actually likes to travel for vacation. Like that's what we like to do. And so that is kind of how we relax. And technically this isn't a family trip, but I think it still ties together. Now here I'm kind of messing around with this. I want this "You Are Here" on there, and I find this little circle thing that says, seriously, this was amazing. And I'm kind of fassing around over here because I also have this little map, and I'm like, okay, I like all these. And then I got the brilliant idea to move that little geotag up there to where the Duomo title is. I thought, oh, I really like that. So now I've got my little map, and I've got the little "seriously, this was amazing." And I've got a heart. I'm kind of poking around with these hearts. I end up with a little small heart on a circle, and then I have a little orange, it's like orange polka dots or whatever, and I'm going to mess around with those. But I put this, like I said, I've got the title down there, but you will see later, I'm going to condense that because it just looks, well, once I get stuff put down, I start looking, I go, gosh, my sketch is, it looks like this sketch, but I was like so expanded, I thought I need to squish it a little bit. So I ended up putting my map down on top of the little "seriously, this was amazing." I had these two little tiny chipboard flowers, and the sketch had a little flower up there, so I went ahead and put those two little flowers because mine was a little bit smaller than the sketch. And I'm liking how this is coming out. I mean, in some ways, I worried about the mood and feel because it is a classic, cathedral, and you could definitely have gone down a little more toned down color palette, I guess. But at the same time, my face in that selfie is kind of, it's kind of silly looking to me in a sense. So I'm like, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to add color and make it kind of fun and vibrant. And I think it turned out really cute with these colors. So I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm going through here, and I got a few of these little hearts and things. And I'm just looking to see, is there anything else I can add here? What is that one? I'm so sorry. I can't tell. Oh, I'm putting puffy. That's what I'm doing. I got that little very, very pale, like turquoisey blue heart circle thingy, and I'm putting some foam behind it because I do want to give it a little dimension. And I'm going to put the little orange polka dot one right there, and it just goes down flat. And then after this, I'm going to look at it again. We all do that, right? We all start looking at our stuff. And then I'm going to end up deciding I'm going to go have to get some enamel dots. I needed to add a little something else. I looked at this star, and I fast with this star quite a bit. I kind of liked it. if I'm honest, and I thought it did bling that blue up there, but then I worried about it because I really had no other stars. I didn't really have that exact color. Well, I kind of did, but kind of didn't. I don't know how to explain it, but I liked it, but I didn't like it. Like I kept putting it there and then taking it off. And I even tried that little camera up there, but I thought to myself, now I'm kind of losing my structure of the design. You know, it just felt like I was losing my structure. So I decided not to put those up there. I just left Remember. And then I've run over and I've got these little enamel dots, and they're just actually a little pale pink. And on the actual background paper, they're a little bit hard to see. They're very subtle, but I'm okay with that, honestly. I didn't want them to be in my face. So I just had 6 of them, so I kind of sprinkled them about. And then that's all I'm going to do, except, as I mentioned, I'm going to turn the camera off because I'm going to clean up my stuff as I like to do this little slowdown. And I just stare at that title, and I really decide, you've got to be condensed. It was just too expanded, just too much space was there. So now in the next little second here, you're going to see I have condensed it a little bit. See how the titles, the lines were closer together, and I've kind of just pulled it all together. So that's the slowdown. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mix It Up Monday. So check out all the links below for everybody that's playing along, and also check out the Peace Craft Love link that I'm going to share below. She's got a great little online shop, and I think she's doing Christmas in July right now. She has a special, so make sure you check that out if you're participating in any of those hops or challenges. All right, talk soon. Bye.